Alrighty, y'all. So yesterday, the 1st of May, Diddy was in court, and he walked into court. He was there with his attorneys, Attorney Garagos and Brian Steele, who was Young Thug's attorney in his trial. And he confirmed that he rejected the plea deal that we've been talking about in here. So he's in court, and the judge asked him, did you reject the plea deal? Diddy says, yes, I did. The judge is like, are you aware of the fact that you could potentially serve more time in prison because of the plea deal rejection if you were convicted? And Diddy told the judge that he did understand the stakes of what was on the line. Now,
Brian Steele is new to the case, right?
Yes, Brian Steele is new to the case. We reported when he came on and when it was actually like real, like, okay, he's working the case now. Now, I spoke to a source close to the case trying to figure out more of what the plea deal was because most people, nobody knows what it is as of now. So I got a bit more details. What I was told is that the plea deal included Diddy having to plead guilty to a lot of things that he absolutely did not do. Now, he's saying he didn't do any of this, right? He's been saying, I'm not guilty of any of this whatsoever. But there are certain things and certain allegations that are so absurd that Diddy's team feels like they don't even have evidence to even bring this into conversation. So he's not even going to plead guilty and give them any leeway to throw things on him or to build a case with those things. Now, I want to point to the fact that, when Jay-Z came out, the woman from 2000s, the VMA Awards that said that Diddy and Jay-Z allegedly raped her, that was dismissed once Jay-Z fought it, and that was one of the claims. I want to also point out the Little Rod $30 million lawsuit. They decided not to move forward with that as well, too, because of the claims.
But those are all civil. That's not the criminal stuff.
Yes, but I pointed to those because those claims, even civilly, just show how outrageous, according to my source and according to what I believe Diddy's legal team is looking at, the claims can get when it comes to Puff in this situation because people have begun to pile on. So what I'm being told is the same thing is happening on the criminal side. And on top of it happening on the criminal side, there's no evidence allegedly to back up the piling on of these different things. So Puff is saying he wants to go to court, he wants to fight it.
Listen, I don't know what's true and what's not true, but Diddy also told us the Cassie stuff wasn't true.
Yes, 100%.
Okay, but then that turned out to be, a complete lie. So I have no idea, because like to your point, the Diddy situation has been so muddied because of a lot of these civil cases and a lot of these things that are flooding the internet. That's not what he's on trial for.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. He has to fight it.
Yeah.
I can't see him not even taking it a plea. He has to fight it.
Well, I will say too, even with the plea isn't because they feel like the prosecutors don't feel like they don't have a strong case. You do that just, by operation, because if you don't do it, Diddy could come back after he's convicted, if he's convicted, and say, yo, they didn't have my best interest in mind, so I need to appeal this, because if they had my best interest, they want me to just sit in jail. They would have helped me catch a break through a plea deal.
Maybe. Yeah. Because I think they would really, if they have everything that they say they have, they would really try to lock Diddy up for a long time and embarrass the ish out of Diddy.
They have
tried.
They're trying to.
But I don't think they would offer them a plea, in my opinion.
So, I will say normally and most typically in a court case, especially this high stake, that's what you do. It's literally like a protection. It's like, let me get this out the way and offer it. We know he probably won't take it, but let's just do it so that we can check this box real quick.
And listen, I don't know anything about the law. I am not a lawyer. And I know Brian Steele just came on the case, but the lawyers that he was with this whole time that couldn't even get him a bond, are they still around as well? Or he got rid of them?
Some of them are. Some of them are.
I wouldn't trust the same lawyers who can't even get me a bond to, win a trial for me. But I also don't know how much influence the lawyer has on whether or not their client gets a bond.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I think, though, because he has so many different counsel and then he has Brian Steele that just came on as new, the team seems like they'll be a little bit more refreshed because it's different conversations, different leaderships or leadership in the situation now. Now, people,
and what is the plea deal? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
I want to know what he turned down.
I don't know exactly what he turned down yet. I just know what it was leaning toward, and from what I'm told, that was Puff's legals team. Like, that was the biggest thing for him, is like, there's so much in here that is not true and they can't prove it because there's no evidence because it never happened. We are not going with that.
Yeah, forget all that, though. But what was the time? Because I read somewhere, and I don't know if this is true, somebody said 5 years.
I didn't see plea deal for 5 years, but I could look it up.
I don't know if that's true. I just saw that somewhere.
I didn't see
all the outlets I've seen, they don't know what it was because of it's supposed to not be getting out into the media or whatever. But the case starts. He actually goes to court, and that begins on May 12th. They also address jury selection in court that day, and people that were there are commenting on how he looked. They said he looked happy. It's been released that he's able to actually wear like clothes when trial starts, he doesn't have to come suited and booted in his jail stuff, but it's only like 5 different like outfits, like certain shirts, certain ties, 5 button-down shirts, 5 pairs of pants, 5 sweaters, 5 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of shoes without laces is what he's allowed to wear to court.
So no lace, he got to wear loafers.
Yeah, shoes without laces. Yep, yeah.
I mean, he has no reason not to be happy, you know what I'm saying, other than the fact that he's locked up. Because if the rumors are true, he's having a ball.
Oh, shut up, man. Literally, but stop it, man. Stop it, man.
I'm just saying.
What? Okay. Well, in other news, the Tony Award announcements have come out, and people right now are pretty upset. They feel like Othello was snubbed for a Tony Award, and for a 2025 Tony Award nomination. Now, Candy Burrs, who co-produced with her husband Todd Tucker, she got on Instagram and telling Instagram that she felt the same way. She said she was disappointed, even though she's beyond proud. Every time she watched the cast, she said she's blown away and inspired. Now, this, directed by Kenny Leon, is a revival of the William Shakespeare tragedy, which stars Denzel Washington. And the production on Broadway has made it's made records. It has made $2.8 million in 1 week of previews, which is the highest weekly gross for a Broadway play. So people feel like, because of all of that and just how good it is, they should have been nominated for a Tony Award, and it did not happen. Have anybody? Y'all seen? Well, you.
No, I haven't seen Othello yet.
Yeah,
No,
I haven't seen it yet
Othello
either. When this story came out, I was like, dang, I wish I had seen it because I could tell you how good it was. But I've heard that it's very, very good.
Okay.
But that's it, y'all.
All right. Well, that is the latest with Lauren. Now, when we come back, we got a major announcement, something that I'm doing big. It's back. We'll get to it next, so don't go anywhere. Then we have front page news. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You gonna say yeah?
You're checking out The Breakfast Club. Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.